la prima volta che a Napoli ho un approccio diretto con i fan. Lavorando per il mercato americano ho più un rapporto, diciamo, virtuale con i fan che sono in America. Allora, Conan il Barbaro al primo posto, poi Wolverine e Negan di The Walking Dead come perfetto villain dei fumetti.
Badass guy.
Yes, badass guy.
Italians are certainly great comic lovers, and that love extends to small press and self-published comic art. The small press area is where you really find a lot of storytelling innovation.
And I've studied at the Fine Arts Academy in Bologna, which is the only one in Italy who has a course about comics and illustration. And with other 4 colleagues of mine and students, I founded Collective. It's an opportunity to make experiments and don't have any limit. We make comics that don't usually fit in normal books. Luca Comics and Games, Treviso Comic Book Festival, which is one of the more interesting and more focused on alternative press. We like to change the format every time, just to try a new way to draw. And in this book, we tried to put long stories like 16, 24 pages, and also very, very short comics, like just 1-page comics.
And we are Attaccapani Press. We manage this label of comics and illustrations. Our main product is themed anthologies, newcomers, and established professionals that experiment and tell good stories around a theme.
She's from Rome, I'm from Parma, and we got together in an unusual way because we met at the Bologna Children's Book Fair, but we don't work in children's illustration. We don't do children.
But do not have an online store, and so this is where we get the chance to meet readers and make drawings for them on their copies, and yeah, it's really where most of our work is at.
We usually run one crowdfunding campaign every year to fund our major anthologies, and of course that is a good way to gauge the interest of the public, of course, but conventions are the real thing, and it's when you really get to talk to the people who enjoy your books. They maybe come up to you and say, oh, I read last year's book and I loved it, this is my favorite story, or that one is my favorite story, and I think it's exhilarating. I really love it.
And it's also amazing because we get to meet our authors, since we are the one editing and curating the anthologies, where sometimes there's over 20 artists collaborating on the book. It's where we get to finally show off their work to them.
You know, online it's easy to review a portfolio, so it's easier to hunt for new artists online, but meeting them at convention is great, of course.
Are you fans as well? Do you see some stuff live?
Yeah,
Of course.
yes we are.
We spend most of our money on on buying other people's books.
This is Grimorio 2, the second volume of an ongoing series about paranormal situations and tropes. And our first one was about witchcraft. Our second one is about ghosts and spirits.
have a crowdfunding campaign that we're gonna
coming up next spring.
it's gonna last throughout the month of June, and it's on Sin.org, which is a sci-fi anthology based on robots and artificial intelligence, and we're really excited for it because we're gonna have some amazing big names on the lineup and some really amazing new artists as well, and we just can't wait to make it, you know, be real and to hold it in our hands.
Nearby the small press area, tattoo artists from all over Italy were showing off their skills on paper.
Hi, we are sbucciatinocchi, which means something like screw the knee, knee screwer, okay? We are a little collective based all around in Italy. We have many different styles and we are united by friendship. We are a rather underground collective. This is our first time in a con with so many people. Maybe the most important part in this events is like networking and trying to search for new collaboration and work with editors, with artists too.
This is my first important, not so important, auto production. It's a fantascientific, sci-fi, weird adventure of this character, some kind of galaxy protector, but really silly.
Do you have an inspiration to write about?
Yeah, I love very much Hitchhiker Guide of... come si chiama?
Guide to the Galaxy.
Sì, to the Galaxy. Okay. British humor, anyway.
We are Piao Studio.
Where are you from?
We're based in Sweden. Everything we publish is in English, and we sell all over the world.
Yeah, I actually have my own publishing company, which is my main job. But I also work with Piao because I really enjoy what they do, and I think our sensibilities complement each other really well. So I work as an editor for them. There's 3 of us. So Ulla's based in Sweden, and we have another, I guess, boss, who's Patrick, who's based in the US, and I'm based in England. So it gets spread out. So we've managed to cover a lot of ground between us. We tend to go to the shows that are focused on independent comics, and because the audience there is more invested in independent work and want to see original comics and things like that. Whereas with commercial shows, I think the audience is obviously focused more on maybe superhero comics or gaming and that kind of thing. So the independent shows are obviously like, it's a better fit for us.
Yeah.
But we like to try different things and different shows, reach new audiences hopefully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same for every small press publisher, but I can feel like people who picked up our books really love them and are dedicated, and they often buy books from us just because they know we publish them.
Yeah.
So they will have some sort of quality to them that they enjoy.
I think the nice thing about doing shows is that a lot of your work is done from home, and a lot of the time you're kind of quite isolated and working on a computer. And even with artists, like we work with artists from all around the world, like France, Belgium, the US, the Philippines. So it's like our artists are quite international. So when you come to shows, it's a chance to like actually connect